playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think so.
Too late. Mike Dunleavy at 30 that night.
Never. It's been a long time. Mike Dunleavy.
That's why I so willingly offered up the $100. There's no way you'd do that. 4 different Pacers go for 20 or more in this game. They've won 5 in a row, 6 of their last 7. Domantas Sabonis with his first career triple-double, and Doug McDermott with 18 of his 24 in the fourth quarter.
Well, he got a little payback for the Denver Nuggets drafting him and then trading him on draft day. We were talking about him being able to just, if he's shooting the ball well, you have him out there in the game. He stretches out the floor, opens it up for everybody else out there. And Sabonis has just been handling business on the inside, picking and popping, bullying people on the boards, and triple-double. That's great for him. It also means that he's, he was passing the ball as well. And then you add in, sight for sore eyes for this team having Malcolm Brogdon back, and that solid play that he brings on both ends of the floor. He's a consummate pro. Doesn't do anything flashy, but just gets the job done.
That left-handed dunk was about as flashy as you see him go. I was like, wow. That's it's about as high-flying as he gets. I thought Indiana made, especially in that fourth quarter, beat him up on the boards a little bit of Sabonis, offensive rebounding, made Denver go big, Plumlee and Jokic, and they were out of sync with that. That's when a guy like a Paul Millsap, who's played against bigger players his whole life, matches up really well against Turner. He can play Turner because he's going to push him out and be physical, and they can still kind of keep their offense going. I don't like the offense in Denver when the 2 big guys are out there. There's just not enough playmaking. Jokic, yes, but I just don't like that. But give Indiana all the credit. We talked about it just to start off. They hang around, and they make a big buck. McDermott made those 2 left corner threes, 6 points in the fourth quarter on 2 big threes, and they hang around just enough to put you in pressure. Next thing you know, they walk out with a win. So they keep game pressure on you all the time.
Denver without Paul Millsap, without Jamal Murray, but Indiana outscores them by 15 in the fourth quarter. You mentioned the trade, which is tragedy to me because he could have been Dougie McNugget. And it never happened. At the end of his career, he's got to make that happen.
He would have got a lot of endorsements.
Oh, man, can you imagine the possibilities? The agents should make that happen. At any rate, he was huge tonight in the win. Here he is with Jeremiah Johnson.
Doug McDermott gave the Pacers their first lead of the game late in the fourth quarter. He started it in the fourth quarter. Did you feel like you were back at Creighton?
A little bit. It's just that rim felt big tonight. The hoop felt big, and teammates did a good job of finding me, and just good to see some go in.
I'm looking at the box score at the end of the third quarter. You had 6 points. You played 9 minutes. You were 2 for 2 from the field. You hadn't gotten a lot of opportunities, but did you feel good heading into the fourth?
Yeah, I'm always going to remain confident no matter what time of the game it is and how many points I have. So teammates are believing in me. Coaches are putting a lot of trust in me, and it's just good to see a few go in. It's been a while.
I was listening to a lot of huddles. I felt like even when you were down early, it was a case of the shots not going in, but nobody was getting frustrated. What were the huddles like as you tried to build that comeback?
Yeah, we believed in ourselves the whole game. Shots weren't falling. We thought we were the better team to start the game, and we showed that. And we showed that it's a 48-minute game, and we played a really good second half, and got to give them credit. They're a great team, but we just executed late down the stretch.
Domas has a triple-double, first one in quite a long time for the Pacers, and he found you repeatedly. How nice is it to have a big man like that if you're open, he's going to get it to you?
Oh, yeah, it's huge. It's about time I made some shots for him. He's been close to a few triple-doubles this year, but those are the nights I wasn't hitting, so it's good to see him come out here, continue to do what he does. He's an all-star. He's a great player. He's a lot of fun to play with.
Only 2 games around the NBA today. You're the only game tonight. Football ended about halftime. The Niners did win.
Okay, we're good then. All right.
But I'm thinking that NBA fans were watching this game, and if they saw the Pacers for the first time in a while, what do you think they noticed? And do you care if people notice what you're doing right now?
We don't really care. People don't give us a lot of respect, and we like that. It's just motivation for us. We feel like we're one of the better teams in the East, and we can play with anyone. So we're going to continue to play hard. We have a really tough game against the Jazz tomorrow, who's a really good team, and just continue to play confidence. And once we get Vic back, we should be scary.
I know you're a team guy, but can I officially right now launch the Doug McDermott for the three-point contest campaign?
They overlook us. They won't let me in, but I'm just going to continue to shoot. I'd rather see them go in on the floor out here than on All-Star Weekend, but if they invited me, I'd go.
Hope you're listening, NBA. Doug McDermott, congratulations.
Doug McDermott is having the best three-point shooting season of his career, and in fact, tonight alone raised his percentage by almost a point and a half. He's at 44.5% now. on the season. Pacers get the win. They move into close games when it counts.
I don't think so. I mean, you know they're going to play hard. You know that, Jimmy Butler would probably be that guy. So far, the guy who's been doing it for him down the stretch has been the rookie Hero. And I see tonight, he played a little less than 9 minutes. So he wasn't out there hurt to provide that. But, I think that they still need a little, Jimmy Butler needs a little help, somebody else when the defense keys on him that can consistently get it done for them, especially coming down the stretch.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I like Butler. Butler's not afraid of the moment, makes big shots. Bam Adebayo has been playing fantastic. His ability to pass the ball has really impressed me this year. I knew he could rebound. I didn't, his shot and his scoring and assisting has, really come up. And then they got the two left-handers, Nunn and Goran Dragic. They're both, it's odd. Two really good left-handers on the same team. You very seldom see that.
And Justice Winslow coming off an injury, another one, yeah.
Exactly. And so I like him because they're scrappy. They're going to fight you every single night. But boy, in playoffs, at times you need a couple guys just to get your buckets. And Jimmy hasn't been as efficient as he normally is.
Yeah.
He's getting to the line enough so that his numbers look good, but he's not shooting the ball really well down there. No, and he's kind of a little bit out of rhythm. But they're a dangerous team. You don't want to play them because besides Milwaukee, I don't know if I'd take any other. They could beat any other team, I think, in the East besides Milwaukee.
They'll grind it for sure.
Yeah.
As for the Spurs, they've got this 22-year playoff streak going, which is amazing in and of itself. But right now, they're out of the top 8, a game and a half back of the Grizzlies for that final spot. What's it going to take to break through into that top 8?
They just got to keep playing. Every time I count them out, last year I'm like, they'll never. They get better and better and better. And if they do a typical Popovich, they got the rodeo trip coming up. They're going to get on that trip, hopefully find some footing, come back, have a bunch of home games left, just because the way the season always works out for San Antonio. They have that long road to spend, a lot of home games. And they'll win some games, and they'll hang it around there. If I had to bet, I'd say they will find a way to be in that 8th spot. At what point am I wondering is when they just kind of blow this team up and start over again. That's always been my question with this team.
Well, that is a tough question. It's a question we've been talking around for a couple of years now. Are we close to that?
I don't think so. I mean, if you look at the history of the Spurs and Popovich being there, not really liking to make midseason.
No, they don't do that much.
Moves,
They also had really good teams for many years.
Yeah, they have, and I think that they've had a lot of inconsistent play, especially at the center position. Tonight they started Trey Lyles at the center position. I think they expected more of him. They expected more of Pirtle. I think one of the things that they can consider doing is maybe just going ahead and starting LaMarcus Aldridge at center, playing small, spreading the floor out. They missed Bertans, who was a shooter for them, in the past. And so just, they typically, as Kevin said, get stronger as the season goes on. And I wouldn't bet against them in terms of making it in the 8th spot.
Just never really got it going so far this season. They started the season 3-0, but they have not matched that win streak at any point since. More coming up here on Game Time. On the way, the hottest team and its heady rookie, Ja Morant. Will be a big part of the MLK Day schedule. What to look for Monday on the other side.
That young man is fun to watch.
Every time a vacation day interrupts a workday, a Corona gets its line. Every time your favorite getaway is a block away. Every time you find some friends and get lost. Every time a night takes you away, and every time the last thing you want to do is leave. But Corona gets its line.
What my mom told me, that I was beneath no one.
Ja Morant. Stutter step in the lane, hangs, jams with a right hand. Oh, what a move by Ja Morant.
Your first NBA contract.
It's kind of took me back to draft day. I feel it.
Right now, make it hard on yourselves. Don't take the easy way out.
Defense to offense. Let's keep getting stops and running.
Ja Morant with a thing of beauty. Jaren Jackson with a posterizing jam.
It's a good city. Me and my family very laid back, so we didn't want to be all in the mix of everything. That's my daughter. She's doing a lot of sleeping right now.
Don't sleep. He is the heavy favorite for Rookie of the Year.
I fell in love with basketball from being around it with my family. I played with some of the older guys. I think this what made me tough because he didn't allow me to call fouls.
I was like, foul him all you want, just don't hurt him.
My workouts was crazy. After every drill, you got to jump on the tire. Obviously paid off.
Whoa! Morant trying to hammer one. This kid plays nothing like a rookie. What a ridiculous finish from Ja Morant!
When I look in the mirror, I just see a dude who's been through a lot, faced a lot of adversity, but didn't give up.
Splits, three, Hornet defenders.
With 0.7 of a second to go.
Let's go!
The favorite for Rookie of the Year, smack dab in the middle of a